Tricia and welcome to my channel. This is Sunday and I have a few things to do. I'm going to be preparing my husband's and I dinner, but I wanted to make a drink first. I want to make some horchata. I don't know if you are familiar with what horchata is. Horchata is pretty much a sweet rice milk. It is prepared with rice, 2 types of milks, and some water. So I want to go ahead and get that started. I also want to prepare some teas that I can keep in the fridge so that my husband and I can have a little bit of it during the week. And I also had a project that I had started, or that I have started, but I don't think I'm going to finish it for today. So I think I'm going to save the footage for next weekend, if you don't mind. Basically, I'm just going to be putting together a little rack that I'm not putting it together, but I'm painting it, but it's taking a while. So that's out there drying, so I don't think it's going to be done. Anyhow, I want to start off with my horchata because that's going to take me the longest because it needs to soak. The rice needs to soak for an hour. So I've got some hot water here, and it's hot enough, so I'll go ahead and turn it off. Let's get that over here. Okay, so this water is now hot enough, and I'm going to take a cup of rice, and this is just a plain long grain white rice. I'm going to pour a cup of that. Let's see, a little bit more. There we go. That will go into this pitcher here. And I'm also going to pour in 4 cups of water. So that's almost 2. Okay, so I need about another half cup to complete 4 cups. There we go. Right there. Okay, so for me it is 4:48 p.m. So I'm going to let this soak for an hour, so that'll be 5:48 p.m. Let me get a wooden spoon stirred around a little bit. Alright, so I'm just giving it a little bit of a stir, and we're going to let that sit a while. Now in the same container here, I think I got some rice grains at the bottom, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this out. But I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with some more water and start get it boiling because I want to make some salsa verde. My salsa verde will be made with some tomatillo. So let me get that water going and I'll be back. Alright everyone, I'm back. I did forget to do something in my pitcher with my 4 cups of hot water and the cup of rice. I'm going to throw in a cinnamon stick. I'm actually going to throw in a couple of them. I want it to be really cinnamony. Okay, put that aside, let it keep soaking. And I'm going to prepare the tomatillo so that I can put them in my water to boil. So I've got this going, and I've got 3 cloves of garlic here. Let me see. I'm going to use this little board here. It's really not a cutting board, but I'm going to use it. I don't know, we'll find out. It might break on me. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to open up these garlics, and I'm going to throw them in a hole into the water, like that. There we go. I'm also going to use some serrano peppers. These are these long green chiles because it's going to be hot sauce. Now, if you want to make a salsa verde, you can follow everything that I'm doing. Just leave out the chiles and just use the tomatillos and the garlic, little seasoning in there, and you can use that salsa for green enchiladas or enchiladas verdes. So just remember to leave out the chiles, but I'm going to use it as a, as a hot sauce. So I'm going to leave them in there. Okay, so now I'm just going to, I've already rinsed these off, so I'm just going to cut off these little ends off of them, but they're going in pretty much whole in there. The tomatillos have this husk on them. Tomatillo, I believe, is actually a berry, and I think a tomato is actually a berry also. So anyway, I'm going to remove this husk. And when you remove the husk, you want to make sure there's no little bugs, no little holes in them, because they do tend to get in there. But you also want to rinse them off because they will have sticky film on them. Okay, this doesn't have any little holes or anything, so that was a good one. I usually get a little bit more than what I actually think I'm going to use. If you're not sure, you can peel them while you're there in the grocery store. Just pop them open like that and check them. Put them in your bag. You know, or I've seen people actually use that. At my grocery store, when you buy corn, when they have corn at, you know, the beginning of the season, and they've, you know, cultivated it, they put it out right in the middle where everybody can see corn, fresh corn in the cob, but it's got the husk and everything. They usually put like an empty bin next to it, and the people that are buying the corn can actually remove as much of the husk as they want and throw it in that bin, and then they just leave a little bit on the corn and take it like that. So I think that's a pretty good, you know, little service there. And then they just dispose of it for you, because you know it's such a hassle having all that husk. This is just a little one layer of husk anyway. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take these and rinse them off in some warm water to remove that and remove it off my fingers as well. Clean up here, and I will be back. All right, I've rinsed off my tomatoes, rinsed off my hands, and I'm just going to throw the tomatoes whole into my water as well. And I'm going to let that boil maybe 5 minutes or 7. It depends on the tomatoes, because I want them to get like soft. So I want to see if the skin looks smushy, so then I know that they're ready, because they are a firmer tomato, you want to call it a tomato, than the, you know, a regular red tomato. And back here I've got some water boiling, because to that I want to add some turmeric. Now I've had some turmeric root here for a while that I bought some time ago, and I haven't made it because I have turmeric on powder, so I've been using that. But I decided I'm going to try the root, and this is a perfect time to do it because I'm going to prepare a tea for my husband, so I thought I'd prepare one for myself as well. And I've got the root here, so I'm just going to shave off the, you know, the outer. It's like a ginger root. That's what it looks like, but it's like orange on the inside. See that? Very orangey, very pretty, and I can already smell it. Once I started shaving the outer part off. Now I don't really know how much to use to, you know, this root with the amount of water that I've got boiling. So I feel like if I didn't put enough water, I am going to just add some extra water after I've done it. It's going to go in the fridge anyway, so I'm going to let it cool off, and then I'm going to put it in the fridge. So I feel like it's better to put a little bit extra of the turmeric root in there than it would be like not to put enough. So that's my root, and I'm just going to let me cut it into little pieces, like 3 pieces in there. Throw it in the water, and like I said, I'm going to do a little bit extra because I don't know how much to use. I probably should have looked that one up, but oh well. There we go. I also want to make some either chicken tacos or tostadas. And I bought some shredded chicken already done, so I don't have to even bother with it. So it should be quickie. But I want the salsa verde to put in our chalupas or taco, whatever I end up making. Okay, I think this is a good piece. I'm going to cut it in half. Put that in there. And now I need to clean my hands again because my fingers are orange. You see my orange fingers? And anything else that... I cleaned my tile today. I poured some of that Comet. It has like bleach in it. And I kind of wanted to show you guys, you know, the before and the after, but I was wearing this old shirt because it says it has bleach. I didn't want to get it on my nicer top, so I didn't videotape that, but it does look cleaner. It does look nicer. I probably should do some regrouting here, but oh well. Okay, I'll be back in just a minute. Gotta wash my hands. All right, I feel like my tomatillos need a little bit more time. I was thinking I better put my cinnamon away, and I realized I already have some cinnamon in here. It still smells really good. I'm just gonna add what I can fit in there. So now I need to make something with my cinnamon. Let's see. I made cinnamon rolls for you guys. You know what I want to do? I want to make some bread. I haven't made bread in a long while. And let's see, break this one and throw it in. There we go. All right, that fits nicely. A little trash. Okay, so then my other tea, this one's for my husband. And well, my husband has a cousin who has a little coffee shop here in downtown Harlingen. It is called Girl of All Trades. So if you happen to be near the Rio Grande Valley and you're in Harlingen, you go downtown Jackson Street, look for a little coffee shop, little cafe. It's called, again, Girl of All Trades. Check it out. Anyway, she posted on Facebook a tea that she made, or a lemonade, and it was butterfly blue pea pod lemonade, something like that, or blue flower lemonade. But anyway, it is made with these dried blue flowers, and I feel like maybe they're called blue pea flowers, or butterfly blue, or blue, sorry, I can't say it, it's just so much. But anyway, she's got this tea, and we bought a half of an ounce, but look how much is in there. It's like halfway in this little tin, and she put it in this cute little tin. These are little tins that she's gonna have engraved with her logo, but she just got them, so that was really nice of her to let us have one right now. But anyway, she said maybe 2 little flowers for like about 6 ounces. I've got here, and I forgot how many ounces this is. Oh gosh, it's probably 30 ounces or so. So how many flowers would that be? 5? So I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? I'm throwing a little bit extra. 5, 6. Oh, it's already like, I can see the color of the flower already like kind of infusing into the water. It's like, I see like a little, like, you know how you would see like ink going into water? I'm gonna throw another one in there. Okay. I really wanted to have that. Now, I forgot what the health benefits of the tea was, but she has her coffee shop, and she's been making this. She's offering this tea. She also makes it into lemonade, and I'll post a picture of it right here. Anyway, that was a lemonade that we had, and it was delicious. So now I gotta figure out how to close this. I think this went down, and yeah, okay. My fingers are still yellow, you guys, and I'm still staining things. Okay, so I'm gonna let that, let me see, I shake it around a little bit. Oh, is that too little? I feel like I want to put more flowers in there, you guys. She said you didn't really need that much. I see the water already kind of turning it purpley blue. I'm gonna add more. Because you know what, like I said, you can always add more water. Let me put some more in there. Just 1, 2, 3. There we go. All right, put that over there where it's not wet. I don't want that little tint to get all wet. My goodness. Okay, how did I do this? Put it on like that. There we go. Now it's sealed correctly because it was a little bit off. But can you see the flower in there? Probably not. But anyway, it's starting to turn blue. A bluish, purpley blue. Okay, I'm going to put that to the side. And I have another bottle here because that's where I want to put my turmeric. It smells good. That's turning a bright yellow. It's kind of hard to tell because the inside of the pan or the pot is like a coppery color. Okay, let me check these tomatoes. I think they need a little bit more. Yeah, they're starting to get soft. You can squish them a little bit, but they're not like real squishy. Well, actually, they're kind of getting there. They get a little bit, they're green, but they get like a little bit like a yellowy, browny green when they're cooked. So you know that's good, but there's some spots on them that are still quite green. But this is a nice color that it's getting. Yeah, okay. I'm going to leave them in there a couple of minutes more. I'm going to go ahead and bring out my blender and show you how I finish that off. I'm also going to start my chalupas because I'm really hungry, you guys. I'm sure my husband is too. I think my turmeric tea will be ready in a couple more minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and try and pour some in the jar. So I'll be back when that's done. All right, I've gone ahead and I've turned off everything. I'm going to go ahead and let that turmeric tea cool off before I attempt pouring it into the little jar because it's got a small opening. So I'm probably going to have to put it into my measuring cup and then pour it in there. But I also don't want to risk like maybe the heat of the liquid bursting my new jar, my new expensive jar. So I don't want to, I want to let it cool off first. Look at this one. Can you see the color? Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. Anyway, I've got some corn because I also forgot I brought some corn in the cob and I'm going to make that as well. Okay, so my tomatillos and my chiles here, I'm going to go ahead and now put them into my blender. It's a little closer. And they're squishy now. That's how I know that they're ready. So I didn't have to slice them or do any of that because they're so squishy. Look at that. And they just perfect for the blender. Chiles. And then you can put some onion in there if you like. I think I'm going to put some onion powder. Okay, one more tomatillo, and then I've got some little pieces of garlic at the bottom that I want to get. Okay, and I'm going to use a little bit of the water. Okay, let me get my onion powder. Yes, I was hoping that it would be easy to grab. Yeah, this one's open. I just spilled some on the floor. Season it with salt. Okay, so I just want to remind everyone that I am making a salsa verde. This is a hot salsa verde or spicy, however you want to look at it. It does have heat. It has 3 chiles, so it's going to be very hot. Probably not like real super hot, but it is going to be hot, especially if you're sensitive to that, and if you just like something mild, add half of a chile or just one, or use a jalapeno instead because that jalapeno has less heat than the serrano, just a tad less so, but it does make a difference. I'm also going to say that, oh, I said that you could also use this as a sauce. So if you want to use this over some enchiladas, you know, some rolled up chicken enchiladas, maybe a little bit of a Swiss cheese or mozzarella or a Oaxaca, you know, like a Mexican cheese, you can use that. But just leave out the chiles. If you don't want it spicy, leave out the chiles completely. You just use that, and then you could add a 8 ounce of sour cream, or if you'd rather use a non-flavored yogurt, go ahead and use that in there to make it into a nice sauce that you can pour over your enchiladas. But for me, this is going to be a hot salsa. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of water into it too. Okay, I'm gonna blend it up, get it all nice and liquidy. I also want to tell you that don't really put hot things into your blender because that could burst on you. So make sure you put a towel over it. So far mine's doing okay, but just a little safety precaution. All right, I think that's good enough. Let me get a little bowl so I can pour it in so you can see how that looks. All right, everyone, this is what my salsa verde looks like, or green salsa. It is a hot one, like I said. Put it over to the side, let it cool off. I've still got a little bit in there, so I'm going to pour it into another little cup or something. And I need to find something where I can actually pour it in so I can seal it. Because once it's cooled off completely, I can put it in the refrigerator. The most that I want to maybe keep it in there for maybe 5-7 days at the most. I wouldn't keep it any longer. There's no preservatives or anything in there. The other thing you want to do is you want to taste it and make sure you put enough of your seasonings. I haven't done that. Oh, okay, I don't need to put any extra seasonings. It has enough of everything, and it is spicy, you guys. It is spicy. I'm surprised I'm not choking right now. Okay, so I'm going to figure out what to do with that so that then I can start it once it's cooled off. It's 5:16 p.m. now. I want to make the corn, and the water that I had left over in this pot when I boil the tomatillos, I'm going to go ahead and use that because I've got some corn in the cob, like I mentioned. Just going to clean off the little hairs off of it and took off the whatever this is. I said it earlier. Now I can't remember. I'm going to make a couple of them. Let me ask my husband if he only wants one or two. Gibby! Are you going to want one corn on the cob or two? Are you going to want... Stay over there. Don't come over here. Do you want one corn? I'm probably going to cut this out anyway. You want two of them?
Yeah, I think
okay.
What else are we having with that though?
I'm going to make chalupas or tacos. I don't know which yet.
Yeah, I want two.
Okay.
You going to put butter on them and stuff?
Yeah, and then we have some Mexican cheese we can put on them and some lime, and I made some salsa verde. It's delicious. Hot. Okay.
Sure.
And back.
I'm ready to go.
No, because I'll cut this all out, so. Okay, I just found out he wants two. And there's 4 in the packet, so I think I'm going to go ahead and boil them all up. I'm going to boil them up first, and then I'm going to kind of put some butter on them, and then I'm going to put them on this little griddle right here to give them a little bit of a, I don't know, what is the word that I'm looking for? A little scorch on them, or little grill marks. Not really grill marks, but you know, I'm going to put some butter on them. I could put some mayonnaise, some little chili powder, some fresh Mexican cheese, some queso fresco, maybe some lime on there. So we're going to prepare them like a street corn. Okay, and those don't take very long in the water either. Okay, so let me get those going. I haven't decided. I think I have some tostadas. Tostadas are those round, crispy tortillas, you know, that have either been baked or fried. If I have some, then I'm going to make chalupa. If I don't have any, then I'm just going to get some regular corn tortillas and just heat them up, and we'll make tacos. Well, chicken tacos, but I really would like some. Oh, and I've got some black beans. That's why I really wanted to make chalupas. Or maybe I'll fry the tortillas. There you go. Okay, so get that in that same water. Clean this up. There we go. Okay, so I think I'm going to prepare some things to put on top of our, let me see if I have the chalupas first, or the tostadas. All right, you guys, I found my tostadas. Not that they were hidden away, I just wasn't sure if we still had any left because we kind of munch on them every so often. Oops, well that's just a part of one. There's some whole ones in there, but this is what the ones that I'm going to use look like. They have like a orange color. These are red corn tostadas de maíz. So they're red corn toasted tortillas. Okay, and then I've got my black beans in this packet that I'm going to warm up so I can spread on there, get some chicken. And as I said, I bought some shredded chicken already done. So I think I'm going to, this is made with skinless, white and dark meat. So that'll be good. I think I'm shredding them up a little bit more. I've got a red onion here that I want to chop up a little bit of. I've got some cilantro, a little tomato, and some lime that I'm going to cut up to put in on my chalupa. Got 20 minutes before this horchata is going to be ready to be put in a blender, the rice that I've got in that water. Okay, so I'm going to go off for a little bit so I can do some cleaning up and figure out what I'm going to do with the excess salsa that I have, or how I'm going to store it. All right, everyone, I'm back. I've gone ahead and I poured the turmeric tea that I've made into this container here. I went ahead and I also added half a cup of, well, no, I added 1 cup of water to this. So now I can go ahead and seal this if I remember again how to do this. Okay, so there we go. Look at that beautiful amber color, and look at this beautiful purple on this other one. They look so pretty together. Okay, I'm actually gonna let this cool off a little bit more. It's warm, it's a little hot, not hot, not hot enough that if you were to drink it, it'd be like, oh my God, it's unbearable. It is hot enough where you could enjoy it as a warm tea, but I'm gonna enjoy it with some ice and probably with some coconut milk, because that's how I first tried it. It had coffee and some coconut milk and some turmeric, so that's what I'm gonna put together for my drink. Anyhow, I did find a container that I forgot that I had purchased. Look at this big plastic container. It looks like a one of those mortars where you mortar, yeah. The little I don't have one out here. Where's mine? I don't know where I put mine. Okay, I have a, you know, volcano rock type of mortar where I do my spices, and it looks something like this, except mine has a little piggy head. But anyway, bought this. I think it cost me like $4 at my grocery store. And I have little small ones that I use for condiments. But I forgot that I bought this because I thought, oh, this would be perfect for salsas when I make fresh salsa, or I make a pico de gallo. I can put that in here for, you know, when family comes over. But this is a nice place to put this. This is also going to, I'm going to allow it to get cooled off, so I'm probably not going to seal it the way that I have it right now. I'm probably going to cover it. But right now I do want it to keep it warm for our meal. But then after that, I'm just going to open it up a little bit, let it completely cool off, and then I can put it in the fridge. And like I said, it's only going to be for about maybe 5 or 7 days in the fridge. And after that, I'm pretty sure it's not that it's not safe to eat, but I wouldn't eat it. Anyway, my corn is done. I've got 2 minutes, and it'll be an hour for my rice and cinnamon to be in this water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it into the blender that I have washed really well, because I did the salsa in there, so I don't want any of that, you know, salsa or chile or anything from that. Oh, there's a fly in here, you guys. I'm going to cover my stuff that I have open here. Okay, I don't want any of that to get into my horchata. So I washed it really well. So I'm going to put that in there. All the rice, everything. The cinnamon, everything. Oh, by the way, that smells pretty good. Okay. Put the rest of that in there. I'm going to be true to 1 hour, you guys. I'm waiting for the 1 hour. Okay, so I've chopped up some onion. I've chopped up cilantro. I've got a little bit of that chicken that I took out of that little container. I shredded it up just a little bit because it was kind of like in big chunk pieces. I put the beans in this bowl. These are just going to go into the microwave. I'm going to warm them up in there. I need to chop up a tomato, and I need to shred up some of this queso fresco, or crumble it up actually is what I'm just going to do. You can just break it up with your fingers. So that'll be ready to start preparing my chalupas. Okay, let me cover this back up. I'm going to go ahead and start my blender. I'm going to put it on liquefy, and it has to do for about 5 minutes. I'll be back. We'll finish up the horchata and put it to the side, get it ready so we can go ahead and make our chalupas and have a delicious dinner, you guys. I'm hungry. All right, everyone. My rice has been in the blender for 5 minutes to break it down, including all that cinnamon that I put in there. I'm going to go ahead and pour it into this pitcher, hoping this is big enough. So here we go. Now, what you could do is strain it, and I probably should have strained it, but I didn't. I don't mind the little bits of cinnamon in there, but if you don't want that, you want to make sure you don't have any little sticks or anything like that, go ahead and strain it. Okay, here I've got some Carnation evaporated milk. Any brand really, just your evaporated milk. This is 12 ounces, size that I'm using here, and I've got here 14-ounce size of sweetened condensed milk. Gotta pour that in as well. Get that all in there. And that's what's gonna add sweetness to this, so you don't have to add any sugar. I mean, if you want it sweeter, you could, but this should be enough. And you really don't add any sugar. Okay, there we go. If you want it to be horchata water, you don't have to add these milks. But this is what gives it a flavor. Okay, so we want to make it in milk. Okay, get that over there. And what you can add to this is 3 to 4 cups of cold water. So I'm just going to see how much will fit. I've got 4 cups here measured out. See what fits into this pitcher. And almost all 4. Well, actually, I'll probably be able to fit all 4, but let me go ahead and give this a really good stir. Now remember, I did use hot water when I did this, and it's a little warm. You think in an hour it would have cooled off. Okay, so after we've stirred this and it's cool, You don't want to put it hot. You don't want it to be hot. Anyway, you can put this in the fridge and serve it nice and cold, or you can just pour it right over ice, which is what I'm going to do right now. Okay, I'm going to add the rest of, oops, that's it. I don't think I'm going to be able to put the stopper on it, so. Ooh, look at that. Right to the very tippy top. Okay. Let me put this towel underneath because I know I'm going to just pour it all over the place. Get this close to it here. Oh, look at that, you guys. Look at that. My horchata water. I'll just add a tiny bit. That's all there was in there. Okay, I can put my stopper in it now, but let's give this a taste. So you want to enjoy it nice and cold, so let it cool off, get it in some ice, put a little straw in there. Is this getting blurry or is it just my vision? I don't know. Oh my gosh. To me, you know what this tastes like? It tastes like rice pudding. When you made rice pudding, that's what it tastes like to me. Okay, that's done. I'm going to put it to the side. I'm actually not really going to cover it too much because I want it to cool off. Okay, so I've got here chopped tomato, excuse me, chopped tomato, chopped onions, chopped cilantro. I've got some lime. I've got some cheese here, but I think I'm going to shred a little bit more of that. I got my beans warming up in the microwave. I'm going to put the chicken in there next. I've got mayonnaise for my corn. I've got some butter for the corn, some seasonings here, and a little brush to brush things on. And I've got my salsa ready. So now I'm going to put my corn on my griddle here. Probably should have turned that on a bit ago. Okay, so I'm going to do put some olive oil in there, just like I did my asparagus. If you saw my video Friday where I did the, I already took the lid off. I did some asparagus in this little griddle. I put some olive oil in there. So just put that in there and swish it around. I was thinking about using the little brush, but it's swishing around. Okay. I'm gonna let that get hot. As a matter of fact, I'll be back so I can go ahead and shred, not shred, I keep saying shred, but it's crumble up a little more cheese. I'm gonna go ahead and heat up my chicken that I've got in the little bowl also. So I'll be back. All right, everyone, my skillet is heated up. So I'm gonna put the corn on there. I'm just holding it around, getting that oil on them. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn them a little bit in maybe a minute or two. I'm gonna be watching them so they get a little bit, brown little burn spots on them. My chicken and my beans are hot now. I'm gonna clean up a little bit here. I've got everything ready to go. We're hungry and we're ready to eat. All right, these are the little burn marks that I'm looking for on my corn. All right, so I've gone ahead and I've turned off the stove, but this is still on the griddle. It's still hot, so I'm leaving them a little bit longer. Let's see. That one needs a little bit more. Right there. Okay, I'm going to put some butter on them so the butter can start melting. All right, let me build my chalupa. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some beans on the chalupa. So I'm just going to spread them onto it. So make sure they're hot. And just spread as much as you want on your chalupa. I'm probably going to eat a couple of them, so I'm putting lots of beans on there. Now, the other thing that I would have liked to have had was either some shredded cabbage or some shredded lettuce to top this off. I didn't think about that, so I didn't get any. Okay, so now some chicken and some onion. I like lots of onion. Tomato. some of this cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, leave that out. And then I'm going to sprinkle some of this queso fresco on there as well. And then I can squeeze some lime over that. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a corn. Let me move these out of the way. Let's take a big one for my husband. I'll get this one. And it's already been buttered, but you can certainly add more butter on there if you want. Now, I like to put some mayonnaise on mine, so I'm going to squeeze some of that. And I'm using mayo, okay? I'm not using what is the other one? Miracle Whip? I'm using mayonnaise, so it's up to you what you want to use. If you don't want to use, don't. You can spread that on there, all over. There we go. Just want to get it all over your corn. And then, once you've got it all over the corn, then you can sprinkle some of this cheese. And the cheese should stick to the mayonnaise. Oh, looks so good. Where's my towel? Be right back. Okay. So there's my corn, all pretty, and then what I want to do is I just want to take a lime and squeeze it all over my corn and on my chalupa. You guys, this is ready for a taste test, so let's go ahead and do that. My husband's starving, and here I am tasting. Mmm. Mm-hmm. Got some cheese on my top. Now my corn. Thank you, Jesus. Delicious. Now if you want rather make them outside of the grill, go for it. Okay, I got some corn in my tooth. Okay. Now wash it down with some horchata. Guys, I forgot one thing. Shame on me. I forgot to sprinkle some of this salsa verde on my chalupa. A little spoon would be best, but I'm using a fork. What the heck, right? Give another bite of this. Okay, that took my chalupa over the top. I do want to tell you, with the horchata, a lot of it settles, so make sure you shake it before you serve it. Make sure it's sealed really well when you shake it. I'm almost afraid. There's a new jar. I've never used this type of jar before, so I don't know how well that stopper works, but shake it up really good before you serve it so you get all those flavors in there. Oh my God, if you want it creamier, don't add so much water. Like if you want a thicker milky taste, add a bit, maybe 3 cups of water rather than 4. All right, so I'm gonna serve some up for my husband and I shall be back. All right, everyone, I have made my dinner. I've already served my husband. He said, what did you say, honey?
It's worked out.
He's saying he's got his mouth full, everybody, but he loves it. He liked the flavor. He loves the corn. He tasted the horchata and he thought it was delicious. But I think the next time that I make it, I'm going to make it with less water. I want it a little bit more milkier. So don't do 4 cups. Do 4 or 3 or maybe 2 or 2.5 of water. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed also watching me make my little teas. This is the butterfly blue pea flower tea in here, and this is turmeric, and I used the roots to do that tea. I've got my chalupas and my corn, my lime ready to go. I'm still working on that one, and I made myself a second one, and I had to make myself 2 corns. Oh. And this horchata is just so refreshing, so cool, perfect little sweetness. Especially after something spicy, you want a little bit of sweetness to kind of cut that, and it's got the milks in there, of course, so that'll help with that. All right, everyone. I believe my husband is giving me a big old thumbs up. I'm gonna give myself a big old thumbs up, and I hope that you too will give me a big old thumbs up. Leave a nice comment down below, and let's see, subscribe. Thank you to everyone who has been subscribing. I really appreciate that. It has really lifted me, and it's just keeping me going to keep making more of these videos. And I'll take your suggestions. If you have anything for crafts or for recipes, let me know. I also ask that you share your social medias and hit that notification bell. I put videos every Tuesday and every Friday, and sometimes on the weekend I will do a weekend vlog. That's it, everyone, and as always, enjoy.